$97,985. $97,985 now classifies you as low income legally in San Diego. Let's round up, give or take another 200, right? Who cares? Who's counting? 100K a year is now considered low income in San Diego. Now, I don't know how the hell we reached this point. I mean, I could take a gander, you know, but the politicians can't stop turning off that money printer. And it doesn't matter which side you're on, okay? I don't want to hear the Gavin Newsom crowd or the Republican crowd. They're both at fault. But let's skip all that. Let's try to get you to understand the math behind it and how half of San Diego is low income. The numbers they're giving us are 35%, but we know this is the same numbers coming from the same people that are telling us inflation is under control, yada, 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 yada. We know the numbers are usually a lot worse than they're telling us. So if they're telling us 35% of San Diego is low income, we could probably say that number is probably closer to 50%. So half the city of San Diego is low income. Now, that might not sound too crazy, right? You know, the world is not, we're not supposed to live in a world where, you know, everybody's rich, right? We're not supposed to live in a world or a country where everybody's rich. You could come down here to Mexico, you can go to different parts of the world. It's probably, you know, better there than some places, but I can't get over that fucking number, you know? I mean, excuse my French, $130,000 US is the median, okay? That's the median, okay? And 100K is considered low income. So I got to ask my community here, what do you guys think of that? I mean, are people getting out of college, or the students at UCSD or San Diego State, are these people getting out of college and walking into $100,000 a year careers? Because I looked online, it doesn't look like that's the number. They're walking into about 67 to 75K a year. So that means you're going to college to get out of college to get an entry-level job where you're considered low income. I don't know, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, guys. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And like I said, if we pull apart the numbers and we kind of rationalize in our head, okay, what is really going on here? So during COVID, obviously, you know, let me put my little tinfoil hat on here. The numbers really got a really skewed. You know, the numbers got a really skewed because I was making for a while between about 90 and 120K a year between 2019 and 2022. And then my real estate business kind of went, and I started basically in 2023, I made less than half of that. Okay, and I'm still on track to make, you know, not near that number. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. So my point is if you are making above the median income, 130K, or you are making above the low income of 100K, are you really thriving in the city of San Diego? Or are you really just got like a little shoebox apartment, maybe a car, and maybe a 1 or 2 beer allowance at the bar with your boys on a Friday night? I mean, you really start breaking apart the numbers. It's looking pretty grim. I don't think $100,000 a year earners are, you know, I don't think they're building investment portfolios. I don't think they're getting approved for new cars, right? They're not, you know, they don't have cars in some cases. They're living downtown, walking, pinching every penny to maybe, you know, do stuff and be creative with their spending. So, I don't know. I mean, this number to me, I just can't get out of my head. I can't get out of my head that I have to make 100K a year just to get by in the city of San Diego. And like I said, guys, 50% of people are not making that, okay? And this is the same city, this is the same statistics that gives billions of dollars each year to fight homelessness. And you can't drive one block in San Diego without seeing a homeless guy, you know, pissing on the street or, you know, these little nuisance things, right? So, I don't know. I'm just curious on what you guys think of that. I'm curious on how my community and people that watch this channel feel about that. And I know we get a lot of people that say, Chadwick, you know, you're always complaining about this. You're always this doom, gloom and stuff. Why don't you just move to a state that is more affordable? But let me tell you the problem with that. And I think this is the part that people miss. They don't understand they can't understand the math behind it. Because if I were to move to one of those states, okay, I'm in the service industry and I'm in the real estate business. So even if I transfer my real estate business, even if I transfer my service industry job, what does that leave me? That leaves me in an environment where I'm making less money, okay? If I move to a place where things are cheaper, I could cross-reference those numbers on income, and there's not going to be much of a variance. So you can't, it's not like you can run from this problem. The only way I've found that I've been able to hedge and mitigate a lot of this nonsense, these numbers that are just, wake up every day, run to work as fast as you can, run to your second job as fast as you can, pay your little shoebox apartment, get 8 hours of sleep and do it all over again, is this geo arbitrage thing that we've been talking about here on the channel. But I really want to know what you guys think of that. What do you guys think of half the city of San Diego, being low income, right? And that's not just the downtown corridor. That's the whole city of San Diego. And if you guys are familiar with the geographical landscape, San Diego is a huge spread out suburban sprawl, okay? And, the numbers are just, are wacky, guys. They don't make any sense. I mean, if you make 100 grand a year, you got like a small apartment, you don't have any type of investments, you don't really have much of a life. So it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I want to know what people that are making this amount, how do you guys feel? What do you guys think the solution is? Is this thing that we're doing down here in Mexico crazy, or is it logical? I want to know. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. We'll follow up on it. And I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will talk to you very soon. Take care.